Oh, why? Okay. Hi guys, welcome back. I just don't know why the screen is just like so neighbor, and let's just get started for today's study at home. Okay. This is from Combine, and I just repaired my iPad, and it can work now. So I feel a little bit pleasant at this moment. So yeah. I ordered this from Combine, and it is Ultimate QQ Mist Tea. The Chinese is 双 Q 奶茶. And the detail about this bubble tea is warm, 50 grad, and 50% sugar, and it's L. I don't know what means L. Yeah, L is large, and I ordered today, and I can see the date and the time which I bought this one. It is kind of feels warm because I just don't went there. Don't go there for a long time period. I guess already some months. So this one is so it means the kinder from 5 years old can start to drink bubble tea, and I really like this number, which the hashtag they gives to me is 211. 211 is it has special meaning in China education system, but doesn't have any special meaning in German educational system. So 211 means that the students who can go to the 211 university or 958 university, they are better than the people which they cannot go those kind of universities, Chinese universities. So yeah, and 985 is better than 211. So 211 has a bigger scope of enrollment of students, but 985 is much more better. But the most top Chinese university, I guess, is top two is TS and Peking. Okay, so but it doesn't make much sense. Yeah, it does make sense, but compared to German educational system, and it will count, but it will count not much more value, because here, if you study as foreigner student, and you still need your improve and depending on your German skill. And for example, like when someone really from top two university in China, like Peking Wu and Tsinghua Wu, and they cannot speak German, or they cannot understand anything in the class, then make no sense actually. Or if they are even from those kind of universities, but they don't put much effort or put too much effort in their study, it is also in vain, and it make no sense. Okay, so doesn't matter. Let's just get started for today. And today I try to study outside. I just stay there for half an hour or 40 minutes. I feel it is a good place, but when I start to study, and I just start to searching some information that already exists in website. So that's a problem of my study style, and I try to improve that. And yeah. Okay, let's get started for today's study. Now it's the time 20 o'clock 11, 6 seconds. Yeah. Mhm. Okay, I was do the exercise for and review the exercise for Michael. And there are some questions and a lot of questions. But actually, this is not very difficult to understand. But if I at least have a little bit time, I'll put more time to thinking the problem set and problems and so on. Because here is some issue about here is some issue about another question that is also that can be linked with micro issue, but can also link with some dimensional solve solutions and so on. Why this problem is that for example, I don't know much about dimension because I think that it belongs to the area of physics. And so in my study area, which linked with business and economics, that was not much about dimension. And once you are really good at mathematics and some complex system in mathematics, then it will need it to know what is dimension. But otherwise, I don't think I need to know what actually is dimension. And dimensional thinking is not very professional defined my mind system, but I usually I get used to thinking or write some notes as dimensional thinking way. So here is one problem. For example, from my understanding, I will always say, depending on my understanding, I'll always think in this way. The higher the dimension is, the more time expanding feeling that the one has. It is means for example, everyone have 1 minute or 1 second, and it is means in our living environment, in our living reality, everyone experience the 3D feelings in 3D lives every day. So that is at least based on the observation which we observe daily. That is 3D based reality. Okay, so if everyone in this 3D dimension has 1 minute, or if we want to talk about some time dimension like 1 second, because in our 3D dimension that it is not possible to say more clearly about 1 second. Yeah, there absolutely exists more detailed time calculation method to calculate some more small time as 1 second, but to make this a little bit more easier, that we just talk about, okay, 1 second is the least limit that we should know in this living environment, living reality as 3D. But here is something that everyone, for example, like have 1 second, and the higher the mind is, or the higher the thinking thoughts is, then the one tended to enter into more dimensional mind system. So means that, for example, like someone can have 90 dimension, or even 15 dimension, 15th dimension, and more and more and more. Okay, so it is to say for this individual or for this person that who can see more dimensional time time settings, then means the reality 1 second seems like expanded at 5 times more than others. So it is in my understanding at least means that, for example, someone does have really high dimension. I don't like 90, and someone does not have much high understanding, only live in the 3D dimension, means that another one have more understanding in the same quantity of time, like 1 second. So they have more intense understanding if they experience the same environment. This same environment could be could be at the class, could be at some speeches, and could be at some group discussions, and could be involved into some some uh, some big event that a lot of people will involve into this big event. So it is kind of think in this way, and yeah, so means that. But the problem is always the one who experience the high dimension in our reality, and they don't think much more time as others do, because they are very intense in one single dimension and make that so intense that the time flees, but in 3 dimension that they cannot sense anything of it. But there are also some questions like, for example, those people who really carry on the high dimension understanding usually will not be will not be very will not be very um, will not very satisfied of their living situation. Those kind of people, because they don't care about the 3D dimension, and they don't care about the real life. Because here, if you really want to put that high understanding in this 3 dimension, and means that you will lose a lot. So it's better enter into some high dimension without to carry on or care about this kind of 3 dimension. Who cares about that? Okay, so usually these people will get worse off in the reality, which we lives in 3D. Because if they have high understanding, they don't have any time to expand their time into or high understanding into the reality. Why? Unless they cooperate with others, unless they unless they cooperate with each others. But the problem is here. I talk about the problem, not just above and below the problem is, but I talk about if they cannot sense what's the happening in our reality, and then this kind of cooperation has some prerequisites. What is some prerequisites and requirements, or people hypothesis of this is that, for example, the one who have the high understanding should um, should gain more actually in the reality in order to compensate the one who doesn't have. So yeah, because if they don't match with each other, or their dimensional thinking was not matching with each other, then the one feels lost, which has a higher understanding as others. They can so that one who maybe have 9 dimensional thinking pattern or thinking pattern to say mind system, they cannot satisfied in their they cannot find some matching feeling that to be understood, right? So they're just very struggle. Even you can give them very high satisfaction in their reality, like high salaries, high hourly wages, high high compensated from government, and so on. But they still need compensate a lot once others cannot reach their high dimensional thinking. And so those one who cannot sense actually is more luckier and more happier. So whatsoever. And this is just thoughts because I think this is kind of essential. And it is like some situation. For example, like you just like the YouTuber I used to watch Ali, and you guys can search it if you have any interest about this person. I can write his YouTube website in my description, and you guys will know that if you're really interested about this YouTuber. I really I I really I really like him. This like is kind of not favorable of him, but we are very similar. Okay, even I don't have that high intelligence and I don't own a doctor degree, but we think sometimes very same. So okay, yeah. So I think it is essential and to understand this kind of mind and this kind of yeah this kind of mind system and mind pattern, if you want to call it. Um, yeah. Okay. As usual, I will speak while I'm studying, and sometimes I will got a little bit extra thoughts, and I will just directly say my study live stream. And hope you guys will get used to this kind of thinking style because I always got a lot of questions in my mind. Some questions are not solvable, and some questions was linked with university content, but mostly was extra of the university content, and some problems doesn't have answer. That's most problem if they have answer I don't interesting. So that's a big problem actually. So hope you guys can get used to my speaking style, and if you have any comments, just leave that in my comments. um, yeah. Okay, cool. I just need continue and think a little bit while and don't think too much. Okay, usually I just like this combine, and today I went there and bought two, and one is five. Every one is €5, so it is kind of expensive than ever. Okay, this cannot be seen, but I find that they add this one here, so it's maybe cost a little bit expensive than before, but still very good to drink. Yeah, it's from Combine. Yeah. I remember since last year, I guess last year when I in that time period have exam. Yeah, but I don't pass that because that was not difficult, but I don't put that much effort that I should. So mm, okay, now I'll continue. Recently, I just cannot play any music in my study live stream because I got a lot of a lot of charges of this kind of music because that they have the copyrights, and I don't own the music. So yeah. Okay. Still not finished. To say that last problem which I mentioned. It is like, for example, in this situation, um, that in the same quantity of time, like for example 1 second, and one has intense understanding and others as well, but they need have the same understanding to expand to 2 seconds or 3 seconds, whether that is same. That is same actually. If But the problem is if you got any chance not to get out from that intense thinking pattern, um, whether you will get out or not, because absolutely the intense understanding very precise, but the physical condition and humanic physical condition and humanic condition that will feel like very intense, um, and whether you will get out or not, what is the balance between, what is the trade-off between that you come out from that high intense state compared to that you still stay in that intense state that you cannot feeling anytime. What is which one is better, and what is the choice that you will make. But the problem is I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I would prefer the quiet state and the peaceful moment that which one can concentrate it on the study mode. But I would prefer, yeah. So okay, just let's continue study. Okay, guys, I just finished a quick review of micro exercise from last week, and I feel it is not easy, not difficult, because it's just beginning of the whole semester, and it will come. I feel like they will the professor will give more content to study, and together is 6 chapters. So the more complicated one will come afterwards. So I think yeah, but for me, like what I prepare is just find some good place to write my notes, and to organize the mind system. Otherwise, I don't. I think. Yeah. Okay. Now it's 21 o'clock 5 seconds, 52, 53, 54 seconds. So I will close this study live stream, and they got a little bit tired, and will start to clean and do some laundry, because I do not want to buy any new clothes, and I think it's enough when I just wear the old clothes and just make them clean. And so that's the only thing, and have a little break and have good study session. So see you guys in next study live stream. Bye.